From our free daily newsletter, the latest from podnews.net with Supporting Cast. We start with an exclusive today. Amazon Music begins rolling out video podcasts from today in the US on iOS and Android. They're initially launching video podcasts with Amazon's Art19, and they've plans to expand to additional partners later this summer. Initial shows with video include Higher Ground's IMO with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson, and Dear Media's Chloe in Wonderland. We're told that the app will use HLS video, including support for HLS multivariate playlists via an alternate enclosure in RSS. Videos remain hosted by the Creators Podcast hosting company. A company spokesperson told us that the approach maintains an open RSS ecosystem, meaning podcast creators retain full control over their hosting, ad inventory monetization, and audience targeting. There's no private API to submit video, and Amazon Music is not charging podcast creators or networks for access to video distribution. A number of podcast hosting companies offering video have already said that they aim to support video delivery using the alternate enclosure. Elsewhere, Acast claims it's the first to monetize Apple Podcasts HLS video, signing campaigns with State Farm and T-Mobile. The company says that 117 shows have already enabled Acast's Apple HLS integration, with over 1,000 video episodes published to date. On Acast, access to video is currently invite-only. HLS video with Apple Podcasts, like with Amazon Music, remains hosted by podcast hosts like Acast. At the podcast show in London next week, Flightpath will unveil Revenue Optimizer, a tool that's built to ensure that publishers maximize the available revenue from advertising campaigns in their shows. Muckrack, a communications platform, will also be speaking at the podcast show. The company's joined Sounds Profitable's partner network and will be alongside Sounds Profitable's head of communications, Molly Demelier, on the new word of mouth, podcasts, earned media, and AI search. Magellan AI has partnered with Signal Hill Insights for full funnel podcast measurement. Its exposure data will flow directly into Signal Hill Insights studies, enabling more precise audience matching, stronger control groups, and a more reliable read on how campaigns shift awareness, favorability, and intent. The BBC said that there were 231 million downloads of its podcasts on third-party apps in Q1 26. The figure's up 1.7% quarter-on-quarter. Podcasting and audio have been officially recognised in the UK after a campaign by Audio UK and its members. The move is a significant step forward in how podcasting and audio businesses are defined, understood and supported within the UK economy. Ozone FM is partnering with Number 8 to enhance its ability to deliver scalable and effective podcast targeting across its global ecosystem. Azerion has become IAB Podcast Measurement Guidelines certified. The company based in the Netherlands specialises in digital advertising and online gaming. And there's a new video-capable podcast studio in Sydney's Inner West. More details in our newsletter. And thank you to Podbean, who return as a gold supporter today. Podbean is an easy and powerful way to create, promote and monetize your podcast. Everything you need for a successful podcast. It's companies like Podbean and every one of our supporters that pay for Pod News to keep journalism free. No paywall, no super secret Slack space, just open for everyone, just like podcasting should be. You can be like Podbean and become a supporter yourself. Please do podnews.net/support. In People News, Ainsley Rosito has been hired as head of podcast for Beehive. She joins from Paramount Global and joins the company as Beehive becomes more than just a newsletter company with its own native podcast hosting platform. And in podcast news, Front Page was new from the Black Effect Podcast Network yesterday, hosted by the current news correspondent for iHeart's nationally syndicated morning show, The Breakfast Club. Mimi Brown will expand her on-air coverage of the most talked about news stories each weekday into easily digestible 10 to 12-minute episodes that'll give listeners more of the headline-making details. Slow Burn is back with a 3-episode season on Justice Neil Gorsuch. He's the wild card on the most powerful Supreme Court in modern history, the swing vote in certain critical cases, and a central pillar of the conservative supermajority reshaping American life. To understand this court and where it's headed, they say, you have to understand Gorsuch. And with Airwave, Smart Travel from NerdWallet helps you get the most out of your travel dollars, your travel pounds, your travel euro, and even your travel dong. They'll know the best way to get from Heathrow to your London hotel, for example. And the answer is, by the way, not a black cab. Today, though, how to travel without paying for a hotel. And this podcast is sponsored by Supporting Cast. Your brand, your site, your rules. Supporting Cast is the invisible engine that powers your premium experience. Integrate a seamless subscription flow directly into your own website. Stop being a content provider for someone else's app. Be the destination. You'll find a link to Supporting Cast in our show notes today, and that's the latest from our newsletter. To read all the stories and subscribe for free, we're at podnews.net.